Protesters in North Dakota celebrated the Obama administration's ruling this weekend to stop the expansion of a controversial pipeline. But the company behind the project says it has no plans to reroute the line right now. And as Morgan Brennan reports, the fight isn't over just yet.
The energy industry was taken by surprise when the Army Corps of Engineers denied an easement for the Dakota Access Pipeline. The move was unprecedented since Energy Transfer Partners met its permitting and legal requirements. But the battle for a controversial 1,100-foot crossing, the missing link in a nearly 1,200-mile pipeline, is far from over, especially since the next president has vowed to make America energy independent. Analysts believe the Trump presidency will be a boon for pipelines, especially if the regulatory process at the federal level is streamlined. That starts with Dakota Access, which many believe the incoming administration will support.
A lot of it's really going to depend on what happens when President-elect Trump gets sworn into office and how the agenda with regard to the priority list for energy infrastructure shapes up within the first few months.
Dakota Access is a nearly $4 billion project, but the midstream energy companies that process, store, and transport oil have billions more in proposed pipelines, including TransCanada's Keystone XL Northern Leg and Enbridge's Line 3 replacement. Overall, experts expect the Trump administration to benefit the pipeline industry in several big ways. First, a red tape rollback at the federal level. And second, the enactment of policies that accelerate oil and gas drilling, which would drive up demand for transportation.
From a sector perspective, we remain very bullish and constructive on U.S. energy infrastructure. And from a large cap perspective, we continue to like Kinder Morgan, Enterprise Products Partners, and Magellan Midstream Partners.
But there are risks. While analysts expect oil and natural gas prices to continue recovering in 2017, renewed weakness would dent pipeline volumes, a key industry metric. And while a more streamlined federal approach would help usher in new projects, they will still be subject to state and local rules. And then there are protests and lawsuits, which no amount of business-friendly policy in Washington can prevent, even for Dakota Access. For a Nightly Business Report, I'm Morgan Brennan.